Alrighty then, it's time for Team Battle Nasus, and this is a ranked game, team ranked. What's check one? Alright, so, let's wait for the second one. What's check two? Okay, so, attack speed red, armor yellow, magic resistance scaling blues, and movement speed quints. I believe my masteries are 921. Alright, so as you can see, there's a colorful chat going around, and all they're doing is pretty much making it so my team, who was more just wanting to practice certain things, would play a little bit more harder. Anyways, you saw there, Lily just got murdered. It kind of seems to happen every single time in these rank games. We just kind of sit there and then she dies at blue. Like, I think it's 3 times that's happened so far. Anyways, yes, I pretty much changed my idea on Nasus and switched over to maxing out, E first and then W and then leaving Q as the 1-point wonder for most of the game. And relying more on a supportish nature Nasus. And as you can see here, they try to gank my bottom lane mates. I just wither the Tarek, we CC him down, and motherfucker dies. Bam, killed. Then Jarvan is killed. We're gonna push this lane. We're surrounded by minions, and he stayed for some reason. It's a pretty easy turret dive, barrier, and CC down and kill them. So yay for us. And then Akali comes down and just decides to suicide. So yay, suicide. Yeah, they trash talk in the very beginning, and they kind of trash talk a little bit more later. But they're assholes. Yeah, you shouldn't pay attention to them. I doubt they even praise the sun. So. Anyways, you can see, we're pretty quote unquote ahead. Like our team comp is much better than theirs. Akali just try to kill my Ari. I go in there, wither her. She's gonna die it's one way or another. And that's a car you just heard outside. Ignore it, because there's a lot of dumbasses who ride their cars really fast. Anyways, Nasus. As far as it goes, if my tier list were to remain the same way as it did now, I would have to admit that he's going to be a tier 1. He'd be a tier 1 jungler. He still has the whole issue of being kited to hell, but his E and W provide too much utility, and the fact that his ultimate is basically a million, like, so gold efficient, basically gives him a lot of artificial gold. Let's just say he kind of has what it takes to be a jungler. Though, if you guys remember, a long ass time ago, Riot was talking about wanting to make Nasus a jungler. It took them a long fucking while, but they finally did it. I didn't like Nasus before as a jungler because, he couldn't farm well. His E was weaker. He didn't have that whole impact thing. There was a lot of bad things about him, especially his mana costs. Then they slowly and surely buffed him, and I was still very, very hesitant on it. Hell, in the previous tier list, some people gave me shit for putting him in tier 3 when I told them I was just very hesitant about putting him higher. I will wait and see. I didn't call him a bad jungler after seeing him a while. I'm just saying I want to wait and see if people have an answer for him. And it turns out Jungle Ness is pretty fucking dominant. I don't think there is even an answer for him. You guys can observe the gameplay. It's pretty straightforward. I'm going around ganking things, farming the Q, I'm building auras. Akali comes in, freaking just destroys us. Anyways, here's the other efficient part about Nasus. He can build not just auras and be completely okay thanks to the incredible amounts of quote-unquote free gold he gets from all his abilities. If you get pure auras on Nasus, it allows your support to take different builds, perhaps even offensive builds. Like if you're going to Leona, she might be able to build, a Frozen Heart, or Randuin's, or Abyssal Scepter instead of having to buy a Locket or whatever. Be a more quote unquote offensive. So, or hell, that's pretty much one of the biggest things. Well, the fact that me as Nasus, I can build nothing but auras. Give my teammates, free reign in builds. They don't have to waste their gold on anything else. And pretty much amplify the team's total gold artificially. And as you can see, we're pretty much just dominating these guys now. Well, sure, the kills are about even, but we've taken 2 towers. We're the right people are fed. Here I come down, easy ganks. I pop my ultimate, and now they realize they can't fight me. If they stick around and fight, my other 2 teammates will shred them to pieces. So go back, I buy the Aegis of the Legion, and I buy the Locket before 20 minutes in. That's really damn good. Jungle Nasus is a great farmer as long as you kind of neglect your Q. The difference between Jungle Nasus and Lane Nasus is Lane Nasus is a bruiser and some pseudo tank thing. You farm up your Q and then you start hitting people for 1,000,000 damage with it. As a jungler, you're pretty much a support. You're there for, well, this. Throw Wither on their offense, throw down your, pool of doom and shred their armor and deal some good damage. And the second a big fight occurs, you pop, well, right now you'll see me pop my ultimate. You pop your ultimate and just go like, a madman. You get a lot of health, you do percentage damage around you, and, you hit harder. So you get a lot of fucking free stats, and I'm pretty sure those free stats are going to get nerfed eventually. Though, of course, we already saw that his Wither's kind of going to get gutted in the department of lowering the attack speed, which is a proper nerf. I mean, one Wither pretty much makes sure that your AD carry is out of the game. So, as far as, like I said, as far as it stands, Jungle Nasus is pretty much tier 1 jungler, even using my old formula. The formula that pretty much says, Zhao isn't tier 1. So, Nasus tier 1, along with everybody else. And it's something I was very reluctant to just, say, yep, that's probably it. Took me a long time to realize it. Never called him bad, just didn't want to, I guess, nail it down, say, this is what it is. But no, fucking, after forcing myself to play him a lot in order to test everything out and stop being around the bush, he is godlike. And probably broken right now in terms of, utility. Hell, I don't know if I highlighted in my queue, but I think at this game it was at 161 for pure jungling. I have arrows up the ass. I have a lot of health. All my abilities are incredibly useful in a fight. I pop my ult as soon as I get, into the big fight. Wukong couldn't do shit. I just keep using Wither on the enemy carry. He can't fight back anymore. All he's forced to do is run, and he can't really run all that well either. And me and Lee Sin just kind of rolled into them. It's like they can't fight back. And as you can see, Wither is just so fucking broken. Nasus is pretty damn powerful. Holy crap. He's gonna get nerfed soon, I'm sure of it.